Alright, everybody, welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV, and I hope you guys have a very wonderful new year. I was kind of questioning whether what I wanted to do for this episode. Um, I was like, do I add this at the beginning of an episode and just say Happy New Year and then never get into much, or should I add an update video? And I was like, you know what? I'm going to do an update video. I know 2020 has been a bit of a bad year for everybody, but just because of all the stuff going on with the one thingy going around spreading, I'm just not going to mention what the thing's called. Oh, you guys should know what it is. I just don't want to deal with it and say something and get in trouble for it. Um, don't worry, guys. 2021 is coming around the corner. Actually, the day I'm recording this, today is the 31st, coming one day from now. Awesome. Um, I know for a lot of you guys, it's going to be kind of questioning whether what's going to go on next year. I know it's been a bit of a tough year this year. They don't know what next year is going to look like, but as far as I'm concerned, I think I'm hopeful. I'm not going to sit there and whine and cry and pretend like I need to worry about this thing anymore. Um, I see the seriousness of it, but in my personal opinion, I feel like we have run the course. It, got the thing out. We got the one vac out. The vac out. I think there's not going to be much going on anymore. I'm not getting it. I know my workplace. They've been saying that I got told, my family, that where I work at, they're going to be giving us it next because they say we're frontline workers, and I'm like, I'm 26. I don't care. I'm like, I'd rather people who actually need the thing get the thing. I do not need it. I do not care. Let people who actually need this vaccine take the vaccine. I am not taking it, and because of that, I am not worried about it at all. I think I'll be fine. I don't think I have any pre-existing conditions that'll have much of an effect whether I get it or not. I think if I had it, I'd probably get the I'll take my chances and say I get asymptomatic. Chances are I probably won't, but that's how much I'm taking the seriousness of it at. I haven't caught it yet, thank the Lord. Nobody in my family's caught it yet, as far as I understand it. Um, I've had neighbors catch it, friends catch it. Um, Luckily, I've been pretty graced with that. No family members got it yet. More importantly, my parents haven't gotten it yet. I know my dad has. I don't know if he has any real underlying health conditions. I know he has pneumonia. He can gotta get his pneumonia shot every year. I don't know if that'll have a huge impact. I know my mom has some serious, more serious underlying conditions, COPD, some other things that can have an impact into it. So her workplace, it was spreading like crazy, but again, thank God, nobody caught it. She didn't catch it, and we haven't had too many issues. But off of the seriousness, many of you may be wondering, Demon, what are we going to be doing here today? Well, I'm discussing what we're going to be doing for this new year, but more importantly, um, I wanted to sit there and just give some thanks. As I said before, this year has been. I'm also going to be going in and out of this too, by the way, because I can't remember every emote I have on there. What will be going on in terms of gameplay, videos, stuff like that. But I wanted to say thank you for another good year, guys. I don't think I did one last year. I can't actually remember on the top of my head. I actually apologize about that. I think I might do an update every new year. We might do that just to get ideas on the table. Um, I really wanted to say thank you. Some of the views have been doing pretty good. Well, good enough for me. I'm not trying to go crazy with it. I know for one video a lot, I've been pretty surprised by it, but Gears of War 5, the Old Mine episode. I know I made mention of it in previous episode or previous updates, but I've been very surprised by how well it's doing. But I feel like that video has been doing really well. I'm hoping it gets my channel more out there, which is awesome. I'm surprised at how many people actually watch the content on that. It seems to be really helpful, and I am more than happy about it. I'm glad a lot of people are finding it helpful. I know I enjoyed recording it. It made me that made me really happy because that's what it meant. It meant that I did a good job. People were watching it. People were hopefully finding it helpful. I know I still get comments on that video, and I always like them. I always thank people for it. I always try to respond. Because I feel like that's what I'm supposed to be doing. Especially like I should be responding to comments on that. It's one of the more popular videos, and even then, I get people message me every now and again on newer videos, and I always sit there and say stuff. That's just how I am. I don't know. I just feel obligated. I feel a little obligated to sit there and message people if they find it helpful. Um, Besides that, still trying to think about other content. I know for me personally, Final Fantasy 14 is still coming out. It's still going strong. I have almost, I think the last time I counted, I have almost 50 videos. Almost 50, maybe 40 to 50 videos on my channel. So that means, yes, these videos are going to keep coming out. I really like Final Fantasy 14, and I'm having a lot of fun playing this game. I actually was supposed to play it today, but I woke up around 6 something, and I was still very tired, so I ended up going back to sleep. I passed out. I didn't wake up till almost 9 o'clock, like a little bit after 9. I was surprised. I was like, wow, this is the latest I've slept in a while. Usually I'm up by like 7, 8 o'clock, and then I'm drinking a cup of coffee. Then I get cold. Then I drink a second cup of coffee. Although that's just the way I usually am. Now, many of you may be going, Demon, besides Final Fantasy XIV, what else should we be looking for? Well, before I get into that, I know I'm on Stormblood right now, as you guys can sit there and see. We're Kugane. This will be a future episode. If many of you should already know what this is if you're watching the content. If you haven't seen it before, you'll see it in Stormblood. I decided just to go here because it was the shortest route. After I completed another mission. Besides, this one. I actually like this place. I never had a chance to actually go into this inn that much when I originally played. I never had a reason to. Because whenever I played, I immediately had Shadowbringers because I bought Shadowbringers. I bought Stormblood but never got into it. So it's been a fun little inn to go to now. Especially I like the outside. I like it because you don't have that really bright sun just smacking you right there with the lights. It's a lot calmer. Besides that, trying to think. I know in terms of content, other than this, I know I'm trying to get. I know many of you may be doing this. Demon, what are you talking about? I have Uncharted. I still have to finish that. I never got around to finishing the Uncharted series. I forget where I'm at in it actually right now, but it requires me to turn on my PS4, charge the controller awkwardly, and then I got to go through and basically play the rest of the Uncharted series. I still have not finished that because I just lost interest. This game actually took precedent after a while. Then I was playing so many other games on my computer that I completely lost track and forgot about it. Yeah, it's been crazy. I know some people may be a little surprised by that, shocked. I know I was, but Metro, I still have to do Metro Exodus. Still haven't finished it. What else I got? Oh yeah, still have to finish it. I also have to get into Mass Effect 3. That was really the big one I wanted to try to get into. I've recorded several episodes. I got the videos sitting there. I forget where I was at in it, but I ended up quit playing because it was just... There's just so much to that game. It's unfreaking real. I always keep doing that. God damn it. See, Metro, that... I still have some Battlefront 2 content I think I haven't even posted yet from what me and Red were playing. I might have a tiny bit of that left. Jesus. Now that I'm actually thinking about it, it's actually really freaking weird. Besides that, those games, I haven't decided officially if I want to do Cyberpunk. I'm probably not going to do Cyberpunk just because that game is not PG. That's rated R. And you might be saying, Demon, it's not rated R. It's rated M for mature. No, it's rated R. Oh, it's rated R. There's some things in that game. some things in that game that make it rated R in my mind. So that means I can't show that. I'm not showing that because even if I put things off, it's still pretty bad. I know it's a popular game right now. I know a lot of people are playing it. A lot of people are highlighting the bugs in that game. I was actually, wait a minute, which one's this? Oh yeah. I was kind of blessed. I haven't ran into too many bugs. I think I made mention in previous episodes. Like I had a phone glitch where a guy NPC was running around with a phone in his hand, and then he had a phone floating next to his face, and I was like, and it was the first thing I ever found. It was hilarious. I laughed my ass off at it. There was that. I think I ended up finding a glitch with like a car spawning in. Like I was just driving in around one of the like nomad area, well, the outskirts of Night City, and all of a sudden I just see something fall out of the corner of my eye, and I hear a crash, and I look to my left, and all I see is a car in a parking spot, and I'm like, did that just spawn in? And I just looked at it, and I was like, yes. I was like, but that's so weird. I didn't see any damage, and I was just like, I don't know if it did or not. I'm like, I'm just not going to question it. There was that. Other than that, that and then the graphical glitch with the trees in that game. Like, let's say this tree behind me. Let's say I do this. Let's say I cover it up, and it was or actually better yet, see that tree to the left or on the right hand side that's behind that. Let's say I have it like this. It would phase through the building, bright as hell, and it would look really bad and glitchy. Now, I don't know if that was a game needed an update or if I had to upgrade my driver. Whenever I upgraded my driver, and at the same time there was an update for Cyberpunk, it disappeared. So, as far as I know, that it must have been one of those two things. I don't freaking know though. Besides that, I just don't know what else the heck to do. I know I've been trying to play some Hell Let Loose with Red. Many of you guys haven't seen Mythic before, but Mythic's one of my buddies. We used to play a fair bit, but then he ended up he's been playing console with other. He was playing on his console for the longest time with other people, and then he ended up quit playing. We all ended up getting Hell Let Loose. It's okay game. I think if we got a good group of our friends actually playing it, I think we could have a lot more fun. The problem is we have now is just me or Red, me or Mythic. Red hasn't gone on the same time Mythic has gotten on. Red tried to get me in the squad yesterday. That was a where is my disappointment? This was me the whole time. I was freaking depressed. I hate that game. That game is horrible. Sitting there trying to like, cause at the time where I was playing it was me, Red, and then a group of his buddies who play squad. Every time I tried to ask questions, you couldn't ask anything from anybody because for some reason we're in Discord. But they didn't want to talk in Discord. They wanted to talk in-game to ask everybody questions, to sit there and talk with players. I'm like, why are we communicating with a bunch of idiots who you know are idiots? And then by the time like we got to a point where I had no idea, all I do is I get yelled at by other players telling me I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just like, I'm new to the game, that's why. And that community just doesn't seem like it's for me. That community seems a little bit out there. Like, if you don't know what you're doing, you get screamed at. And it's just like, I don't need that negativity, man. I don't need it. Good luck. I don't care. I don't even think Red knows I deleted it and returned it again. It's the second time I bought it and I've returned it. First time I bought it, I never played it because I was thinking about it and Red never got on. He was gone for like a week or two. And I was just like, I'm not playing it by myself. And then the second time I bought it was when it was on sale this winter. Like probably a week or probably like literally the day of Christmas. I bought it, played it yesterday, and I'm never going back. That game's just horrible. Hell Let Loose is it's a little bit easier on you than Squad. I find it to be more fun too, because I like the World War II setting too, and it's only in early access. Squad's pretty much released, but I just don't have any fun with it. Never again. In terms of life updates, again, I'm going to be trying to look for a new job during this whole month, this whole year, at the beginning of the year. Probably around February, March, I'm going to start getting applications out because I just don't want to deal with this crap anymore. It's not like I don't like it. My workplace isn't the worst. It's not the worst, but when you work in retail, I just hate dealing with people now. Like, if I'm at work and these people, Like, I get so angry all the time. I always feel like I'm in a bad mood. My negativity, like, skyrockets. Like, the only thing that calms me is when I put my, is like towards the end, like the last bits of my shift. Because if our one manager isn't there, I don't hear anything. So I put AirPods in. I listen to, like, to be totally honest, I listen to the Shadowbringers. I just play Shadowbringers in a loop the entire time. I love the song. I really do. And it's like a 6 minute and 34-second song. I have the song time looped into my head so I know how much time has passed from beginning to end. And I love every ounce of the song. So it's just like 6 minutes, 6.5 minutes fly by at the end of the song. I know how much time is time lapsing, and it makes it easier on me because then I know when I can leave. Now, I don't blast it on my AirPods. I have it playing low enough that I can hear it, but I can also hear customers still. So it's just like, if they ever ask questions, it's just like, I do that just for my own mental health because it's just, retail is nothing like you would think. It's not a fun place to be involved in. It has its up days, it has its down days. The only problem is that when you deal with idiots all day long, and as somebody told me, the majority of the population is full of morons. And it's not wrong. They are. Like, people not bringing in IDs to buy stuff. It's just like, dude, bring in an ID. It's not that hard. My ID's expired. Get a new one. It's not that hard. Oh, the pandemic. I'm just like, I do not care. Get off your lazy ass and go get a goddamn new ID. It is not gonna kill you. I do it. Everybody in the world does it. Mainly our country has to do it because they invented that damn place to piss us off anyway. Just to make us angry. Um, Besides that, I mean, just that people just people bring in these horrible looking cards to pay with. Like, my favorite are the people that don't even bring a card in and they just request us to like type it in for them. They're like, you can just type it in. It's just like, no, I can't. You have to bring in the physical card. If you don't bring in a physical card, I cannot do anything for you. And they just get pissy and angry and they don't listen. It's just like, if you give me nothing to type, I can't type it in. I will get fired. Me need job right now because this is pretty much the only available job besides the other one I'm trying to look for. And I can't get one right now, so you're freaking stupid. Like, that's all I think every time I'm there. Like, and that's the only, and I'll say this much: the only blessing with these masks, I don't know if anybody else has found this. Like, if you're working in like an environment like that, the mask hides your face. So when you're mumbling to yourself, it cuts off a little bit of the noise you make. So you can sit there and talk to yourself and get pissed off and say stuff under your breath. The people can't hear you. You can barely hear yourself. And they can't see what you're saying because your mouth is covered up with the mask. And I say thank God for these things. That's one blessing with them. The only other blessing I can think with them is the fact that if it's cold outside, it's a good way to stay warm, at least keeping your nose and, like, your face, warm. That's the only other blessing I've found to discover. It's actually kind of cool. Um, Besides that, I'm trying to think what else is going to go on. I think that's about it. As I said, I really am looking forward to finishing out Final Fantasy 14. Um, I could probably show it. I don't know if New Game Plus will let me, but I mean, we're probably halfway through part 2. I think we have to do one more section. I know what this one's going to be next. Besides that, I haven't officially decided. First Tower Rest from Travis and Mordona, and we plan striking all the fear until I don't remember Crystal Tower that much, but that one ties into Shadowbringers, so I might be forced to do it. The only other one I can think of is physical DPS. No, the Bard ones. I was kind of thinking about doing the Bard ones too. But I haven't officially decided it pretty much. I just don't know, man. just because there's so much stuff. It's just like there's so much content. By the time I finish this out, like it's gonna be crazy. Um, but I know this video has been going on long enough. I think that's about all I wanted to get into. As I said, guys, I hope everybody has a very good New Year. Think about something you want to do. Put your mind to it. I know for my mind, I want to finish out Final Fantasy 14. That is my goal. That is my dream right now. I'm having so much fun playing this game, and I really, really want to keep playing to get it done. As I said, I want to see what 5.4 patch brought in terms of content. I haven't had a chance to play it yet, and that's because I'm trying to record all this other stuff for you guys, and I feel obligated to finish this for you first, because if I try to play 5.4, I won't be able to record it because they don't have it updated to where it can go into New Game Plus yet, which is a pain. So the only thing I can do to offset it is just play the whole game out again and then play it fresh for you guys. In terms of the other dungeons that are available, raids, stuff like that, I don't know when I'll get into it myself. I want to play it, but just a matter of when I have time to do it. I don't know how much side story stuff I want to get into this game with. I know main story is like my focus right now, so yeah, I think that's it. So please like, subscribe, leave a comment down below. When I release this episode, it might be around 3 o'clock-ish. I think the next Final Fantasy 14 episode should come out roughly around 3:30. I usually try to do like a half-hour separation, usually. But maybe I'll do 4 o'clock. Just depends. So all I have to say, guys, is please, as I said, please like, subscribe, leave a comment down below. And when we come back, we will get into another round of Final Fantasy 14. I think tomorrow's episode, I can't remember which one it's gonna. I can't remember what the episode's gonna be after this. I actually did the I just did the episode last night. I think we're heading to the mist, whatever that mist place is, up in the sky area, dragons. Yeah. But guys, all I wanted to do is again thank you for everybody who's been watching the content. Thank you everybody who subscribed this year. Thank you, just thank you. I've been enjoying making content. I hope I can keep doing it. I love playing these games. As I said, I highly recommend if you play games a lot, try recording, try posting. You might, if you have the ability to do so, stream it. I know in terms of streaming for me, I kind of cut off doing it on Twitch. I'll probably come back, as I said, eventually and do the rest of Uncharted. But Twitch has been kind of making me iffy. A little iffy with Twitch anymore. I've been thinking about, if I do stream, I was thinking about getting a new, going off a different streaming platform. I was thinking about maybe using my YouTube channel, but I don't know. I don't want to make it. My thing is that when I'm playing with my buddies, I don't know what. We might say things that are questionable. And I don't want my channel to get affected by it. I can cut it out of YouTube videos. I can do that. That's easy. But I don't want to put a risk this channel getting screwed up or something. Because I know YouTube's been going pretty crazy with terms of dealing with stuff. But as I said, guys, thank you for everything. Thank you for watching the content. Hope everybody has a good 2021. And thank you guys for watching the channel. Thanks.